In today's video, we're checking in with Dopa to see what he's up to in the preseason on his signature champion, Twisted Fate, looking at his new strategy, his new build, his new setup, and seeing how he can make this champion still work in preparation for Season 11. Jumping onto the Rift now and taking a look at the rune page, it is an electrocute setup, okay? He's into an Ekko. Very short range, you can get a lot of auto attacks on him and proc that. If you're into a longer range champion such as an Azir, such as, let's say, an Qiyana, Unsealed Spellbook is usually the better option. It allows you to get a much more utility because it's not as though you're going to be hard trading onto an Azir or an Qiyana, especially in the early game. You're just going to get out-traded, especially because you'll take minion aggro as you move in. But into these champions like the Ekko, other things you can like the Yone, like the Fizz, Electrocute can do wonders if you want some early game prowess. And also, watch how he starts this lane. So Corrupting Potion is the starter. And there's two ways Dopa starts his lane. I've talked about this. He starts with either a hard shove with a red card to the first three, or he tries to get a freeze and he lets the first three minions go very low. Into a champion like Ekko who tries to get hard shoves early, Dopa moves up, he has a range advantage and he'll use this to his advantage, moving in, and he'll try and weave some autos in. Trying to land a blue card on him, can't quite get it. Now I've seen a couple of builds going around for Twisted Fate at the moment. So they did remove Roa, guys. You used to rush Roa on Twisted Fate, very common. Roa, gone. Later. E second, take note, into short range champions like the Ekko, guys. E is perfect, okay? The Q doesn't do too much. Now, for build path. You have a couple of options for your mythics. I think there's Rocket Belt is a very good option because even after the proc, the Proto Belt, whilst it is a little bit cheaper, it didn't give you any movement speed. Now the Rocket Belt, after you use it, you get a movement speed increase, which helps you get your gold cards, guys. You can gap close. Second is Night Harvester. It's kind of like just damage straight off on an ability or an auto attack. If you synergize that with your Lichbane, you'll be doing a lot of damage. And then third, look, you could go for something like the Ludens or like the Everfrost, which gives you a stun. But at the end of the day, I don't think those two are the highest win rate items. I think people liked Everfrost, but at the end of the day, I think it's a pretty bad item. Very short range. I don't like it on Twisted Fate at all. And it also will defeat the purpose of going things like the Rapid Fire if you want it. As he looks like he's going to get absolutely demolished by a gank. He didn't ban Qiyana this game. We all know why Dopa bans Qiyana. But recently, guess what he's been banning? Fizz. In the preseason, he changed his bans to Fizz. Obviously, maybe he thinks Fizz is stronger than the Qiyana at the moment, and he changed his bans. Very interesting, though. Because usually Dopa talks about how he loves the Twisted Fate versus Fizz matchup, just because people pick it as a counter pick, but don't really properly know how to play it. But of course, he must think at the moment, Fizz is that broken in the game. I believe some of his stats are over 55% win rate in the mid lane, that Dopa just gets rid of the champion now, leaves Qiyana open. And he gets absolutely dominated by that gank. Not much counterplay. He should have flashed out of the W range. He thought he could maybe just get out. But anyways, we come back into the mid lane. He gets a control ward bot side and he buys his boots tier 1. Minion dematerializes, guys. Where do they go? 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. The backline minions, long range minions. You want to try and get as much extra damage amp onto them so that when you hit level 9, your Qs will one-shot the backlines and give you very fast wave clear, easy wave clear. Allow you to get that priority in the mid lane to roam around to the sides. It's very important to be going that minion dematerializer on Twisted Fate. But maybe it's going to change. I'm not sure how much damage you have at the moment. Maybe you don't need them. I'm not sure if you get extra damage. You're not going Roller, which used to scale. Interesting. Anyways, you can see Twisted Fate just running out there. Now, if Qiyana had her ice, I reckon maybe a flash would have been good. But he notices that she has the earth terrain, so there's no stuns coming. Runs himself out. Wave's in a pretty good spot at the moment. He's going to go for a hard shove, okay. Sees Ekko roaming onto the top side of the map. He pings it. He'll hard shove this bad boy in. And then, what's his plan? Try and harass the Ekko? Okay. This Ekko committed so much. He's going to lose a whole wave for this on the top side. Dopa going to move up. He has boots, so he's pretty fast. Would not be surprised if he flashes. Actually, I would be surprised. Let's be honest. It's bloody Dopa. Will he use his flash for the Ekko? Why did I say I wouldn't be surprised if he flashed? This guy never flash. He always holds that. He ain't gonna flash. Okay, Drew. He nets himself a kill. The wave is slow shoving back into him. He's hunting. Ekko back into the mid lane. The waves is such a good spot for Dopa here on that roam. Look at that. Comes back to a fully stacked wave. And if he wanted, he could just slow shove this and he would freeze. He has a lot of gold though, so he might end up going for a hard shove. Let's see what he does. Goes for the hard shove. He wants the base because he's sitting on so much gold after that kill. Twisted Fate ultimate available. And he's already looking bot lane. Will he just insta-go? Ults in. Gold card ready. Gets Nami bobbled. Forces the teleport out from the Ekko. Oh. Wait, the Ekko didn't die? Now, come on, let's flash. Please, blow the flash. Yes, Dopa blows his flash. Dopa grabs that kill with the flash. He unleashes. Now, you know, a worse player like myself probably would have blown flash topside trying to chase that Ekko down. He holds it, goes insta-bot, turns the game, gets his bot lane such a huge advantage, gets some gold for himself, and he's going to go for the Hex Tech item, the Rocket Belt. Which doesn't give mana. So, and Sheen doesn't give mana anymore for the Lich Bane. So, this build is a lot more aggressive. It gives Twisted Fate a faster spike. But, you need to be careful of your mana spend, guys. You got to be using those blue cards to get back to full mana. Because without that Roa and without that Sheen, you are so much... You have so much less mana, guys. It's crazy, actually. So just be very cautious of that. And you're going to have to be using blue cards a lot more in your laning phases. Or getting blue buffs from your jungler. Otherwise, you're going to be running into some problems. And we don't have much time left until Dopa goes to the army. So sad. I'm not sure on the exact date. I'll try and hunt that date down for you guys. Just so you all are aware of when Dopa is going to be leaving. But definitely not information for myself. Just I'll get that information for you guys. As he's trying to roam into the top side here. Gold card should be pulled. Nice. Holds it. Can he get it? Twisted Fate. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ekko is disgusting. The movement speed you're getting on Ekko right now. Man, the items. Ekko is a must ban. Fizz must ban. Even Victor must ban. There's so many must bans at the moment. There's no way Twisted Fate is really a powerhouse at the moment, in my opinion. I don't see how these new items... Sure, maybe he's stronger. Like, he has a bit of a better power spike. But, man, oh man, these AP assassins and AD assassins are just doing tremendously well in this patch. He's angry. Goodbye. Goodbye, cannon minion. Ultimate, 10 seconds off. Gets the plate. He sees Ekko moving in, so he moves up top side. Just in case the Ekko puts a deep W. He has no flash, he has to be very cautious. Checks that for a pink ward. Ooh. Has a level advantage. Thresh coming in. I don't think there's much they can do here. Hook goes wide. Ultimate's back up. Be cautious of your mana once again, guys. Don't be permanently using your Qs to shove the waves. Use these Ws. Now, level 8. Let's see what the wave clear is like. So you see how you don't quite one-shot those backline minions? At level 9 with the minion demon, you'll one-shot them. And it's going to be able to save you a lot of time with these shoves and mana as well. So that's why, guys, okay? That's why we look for level 9 and the minion demon. Second ult to the bot lane, let's see. Ult's in. Gold card. Hits the Nami. Threshold comes through. Kill. Oh, that was bloody close. Can't quite get him. That Jhin is so stupid. Rocket Belt completed. 80 AP. 250 health. 15 ability haste. And his ultimates have been on point. No wasted ultimates here for Dopa. The man, always calculating. Very, very efficient. He may not be the most insane mechanical player, but he thinks the game. He thinks the game out. He thinks the plays through. Ends up having a lot of consistency to climb the ladder, guys. Look at that juicy wave clear I was talking about. Now, do you see how you hover your pink ward, guys? Like, just hover, place your pink ward, and you can see if there's another pink. You've placed another pink on the map. He hovers it. He sees he has a pink in the bot side. That's still his. He holds on to it until that ward is cleared out. Gold card, Q, auto. I want to see this rocket belt in action. Now, it gives you a burst of movement speed after you use it. So you grab your gold card, right? And if you want to gap close, you just use it in that direction. Look at that. And you see that movement speed right there? That is crazy good for Twisted Fate. It's like a poverty ghost, right? You pop that, and then you have such insane gap close. It's really nice, actually. The only problem is the mana for Twisted Fate. It's the only problem with this build. Otherwise, you have a way stronger early game spike. Like, there's no way you can argue that a Roa is a better spike than this item. Yes, Roa, I think Roa's slightly cheaper, but still. The active on this is crazy good for the early game. And Dopa, it looks like he's going to pick up Sorks. My god, that's some aggression. Now, second item should be a Lich Bane. I don't see how it's not a Lich Bane. You have Lich Bane, you have Hourglass. Pretty much standout, I guess. You could go Lich Rapid. But I reckon high ability power ratios is good for this setup. You can just one-shot some people. Okay. Looking. Ah, Dodge is out in the Nami queue. And they see the Qiyana on the outskirts of the fight. And Dopa just trying to hold the Ekko in the mid lane. Ultimate's available. He's looking topside. I'm not sure if he even needs to, honestly. Ooh. He wants to go for it, but he sees the Qiyana. So instead, he ults and goes straight topside. Has the gold card ready as he comes in. Wukong should be able to pick up this kill. Grabs the kill. And you see how, like, this mana is the biggest issue, man. Because after you do this, like, the ultimate, like, it's very limiting. Kind of annoying. It's gonna take a long time getting used to. 850 gold here. Sheen or Aether Wisp. You'd probably go Sheen to try and keep up. Their movement speed is really nice. And the extra AP is going to help your Q wave clear stay on track. Because if you go Sheen, because it doesn't give any ability power, those backline Qs on the waves that I was talking about stop one-shotting. You need to keep a nice trajectory of ability power as the game progresses. Otherwise, you'll be, you'll be behind the curve in the wave clear, and it starts getting very awkward. And when it becomes awkward, your mana starts becoming very, very, you got to use a lot more mana to clear the waves, which is very costly in time. You can see how those Qs are still one-shotting. Yellow Trinket, deep in the lane. We always talk about how important this is to tracking the enemy mid lane, the enemy bot lane moving through. Even the jungle you can sometimes get vision of moving to a side of the map. And yeah, look. Yep. Qiyana. Oh yeah. This is on the Chinese super server. I wonder if that... I really want to do a review on the rank 1 Qiyana's new setup. Maybe in a couple of videos time. We'll see. Isa, 9-1 in the bot lane, hard chilling. Is that the Kraken Slayer that she's built? Starting to get an idea of these items.
키아나는 어떻게 뒤로 돌았대? 아 진짜 키아나는 그냥 볼 때마다
So it will be a Lich Bane, correct?
봐도 띠꺼워 그냥.
Proto Lich Hourglass. Look at that movement speed. Wait. Dude, that's a lot. That's a lot of movement speed. That's actually crazy good, actually. The cooldown is what, 40 seconds? It's a pretty high cooldown, isn't it? The Everfrost is a much lower cooldown, but the range is just terrible, bro. This item is for sure what Twisted Fate needs. Ult's up, but doesn't need to use it. Probably should have been a blue card on that cannon, but he mistimes it. Gonna move in. I mean, he can one-shot the Lucian, but does he even care? Bruh. That kills. Holy moly, I love this item, actually. I need to test this out ASAP. That feels good. That feels really good. Ult's up. Dopa hits his ultimate. The best thing about Twisted Fate into Qiyana is that, wow, that Qiyana. She will die though. Yeah, beautiful. The best thing about Twisted Fate into Qiyana is your ultimate reveals their invincibility. How good is that? And he's going to move into the bot side now, try and pick up the Lucian. And guys, this is from Dopa's stream. I'll put a link to Dopa's stream in the description below. He's been streaming on Twitch every now and then. Make sure to tune in. I'm, of course, a VIP in Dopa's Twitch chat. Makes me very happy. Thank you, Dopa. He's buying a Seekers. Now, usually you wouldn't go Seekers here, but he built an Amp Tome, and he doesn't have enough for the upgrade for the Lich Bane. So he goes for Seekers instantly, mainly due to the inventory space. We know what Dopa's like with his items. He doesn't like selling Corrupting, Dark Seal. He loves to hold on to those items for a long time in the game. So the man just gets the Seekers. He'll start stacking that. It's the best item you can get at this current moment. Just because there's no... I mean, what other option really did he have? Just because he didn't have any inventory space. He didn't have enough for the upgraded Lich Bane. I reckon if you're snowballing, got a little bit more gold, and you have the upgrade or inventory space, go for the Lich Bane. But otherwise, Dopa dropping up into the side lane is very common for him. Nearing 20 minutes on Twisted Fate, it's very rare for him just to be running down mid. Contrast to his Orianna playstyle, where he loves to run down mid and ARAM. Twisted Fate, of course, the ultimate, guys. It runs like a teleport. Grab the resources in the side lane. Play smart. Use your ultimate to regroup. If the regroup looks bad, shove a tower, get more resource. It's pretty common. It's a no-brainer. Okay? You've just got to get the strategy in your mind, okay? You don't have to always be grouping with your team, even when they're dying. Even if your team dies, you can get a net positive by being in a side lane, getting towers and resources. It sounds maybe weird, but if you get double tower or open up an inhib on one side of the map, that can end up being more valuable than 3 kills worth of gold. Do you understand? The Dopa finally TF ult across, has gold card ready. Rocket Belts just looks for the Nami. Make sure to get it. Make sure to get it. Pretty low here, and he's low, very low on mana. Oh, the Wukong clone, man. That was nice. Dulls everything out. Enemy team desperate to get back into the game, but it doesn't seem likely. Dopa, 1800 gold in the pocket. Back to base now. Let's see what he buys. Qiyana's combos are tremendous. These Chinese Qiyanas, my god. Rocket Belt in 10 seconds. Wukong might be able to pick up... Oh, not quite. Dopa got to move in the mid lane. Look at this mana problems, though. Feels a little bit awkward to him. We know what Dopa's like with OCD. And they'll pick up the Baron Nashor. Be surprised if this game doesn't go for all. This game should be over very soon. pick up the Hourglass here, guys. Very defensive. It's going to allow him to ultimate very deep into the team fight. Get a gold card. Get a Q. Hourglass. By the time you're up, your W cooldown, it's up again. You're ready for another W. 25 ability haste. It's decent. It's decent. I wouldn't mind going a Lucidity Boots, actually. I'm going to help you out with that cooldown quite a lot on Twisted Fate. Especially considering the W nerf they did a while back. Help in the early game. Get into this fight. Can't quite make it happen. Wukong has a flank. What's the strategy? Are they going to ARAM it? Yes, sir. First trying to land some hooks. Ult up in 10. Dopa might look for a flank and then Rocket Belt into the middle of team fight. Lucian taking a lot of damage here. Wow. That was Eclipse, maybe? Ult's up. Rocket Belt's up. Let's get a gold card and move in. I just want to see it one more time. Get that gold card and Rocket Belt into their goddamn team, please, sir. Nope. We're going to drop into the side lane now. Oh, Qiyana. Rocket Belt, movement speed. Moving in, or moving out. Yep. Could have ulted for visibility, but not really worth the cooldown, is it? Here she is. Could also ult here for the... Qiyana, man. He's terrified of these Qiyanas, isn't he? I can just feel it. He's been done. He's been rinsed by these Qiyanas one too many times. Me too, bro. That damage is crazy. Oh, they're still looking for Dopa. He has Hourglass. He'll have to drop it. He'll die here. Bad positioning. Drops over to the Nami. Thank God the Nami gets the kill. But thankfully, the Kai'Sa's so far ahead. She comes in, cleans up 2 kills for herself. Now, what is the play here? Do we finally sell the Corrupting Potion? Or does we not? He doesn't. My boy is a little bit thirsty. Make sure to stay hydrated, guys. It's a very important thing. We're about 70% water, so of course, when you're gaming, guys, staying hydrated is going to help your brain function, your body function, your mechanics. Never go into a game dehydrated and thirsty. Little pro tip here. Doesn't sell anything. I hate the way it just triggers my OCD. I want early spikes like a psycho. Enemy Ekko is really farmed actually. Has a 30 CS lead. Enemy Ekko with the Rocket Belt into Lichbane. Such a nice power spike. I like the Harvester, the Night Harvester on Ekko as well into the Lichbane instead of the Rocket Belt. It's actually pretty good. That Night Harvester item, it's very, very underrated. It's super strong. Building it on champions like Diana, it feels really clean on. Ult's up. Dopa's pinging, don't do it. He wants to play a slow game. Pops his ultimate. Utilizes the movement speed. Wukong comes in, Eclipse Shield comes out. Nami. Oh, he has ult. Ult expires. They grab the kill onto the Qiyana, even better. And they'll move it in as... Or... team. Ekko's still here. Wait for the Kai'Sa, guys. The Kai'Sa is very large. And we're seeing here the issues with mana. So in a team fight where Dopa is not thinking about like, oh, I have a different build, I need to preserve mana. He's playing like old Twisted Fate, right? Like your brain in that scenario isn't thinking about, oh, your brain goes back to the thousands of Twisted Fate games he's played on other champions. And he ends up spamming abilities and he goes. So it's going to take a lot of games to get used to this new setup. It truly is. Is he going to stay here? Nope. Into the base. Lichbane has been purchased, guys. Finishing build would be something like Deathcap Void stuff. You could always go Deathcap Rapid Fire if you're looking for extra range and they don't have resistances. There's plenty of items that are available to go. Morello, of course, is a really nice item into healing comps. Kai'Sa has 17 kills and is one-shotting the enemy team. Uh-oh, Ekko. Dopa, the monk, drops into the side lane. Doesn't get ahead of himself. He gets the base. Looking over at Wukong's items. God damn, he's strong. Triforce Death Dance combo is lethal. They're hunting for a pick at the moment, aren't they? Oh, no. Let's see if the Rocket Belt can save. Oh, thank you, Tosh. Who the hell TP'd that? That Moore shield? Guys, Moore is so broken at the moment. I had a Renekton that had Moore yesterday. It shielded him for 800 at like 25 minutes. How is that balanced? My poor AP mages, man. I feel like the item's stronger. Hey, backdoor ultimate's available. Ekko got his base off, though. He'll Rocket Belt here for the movement speed. Do you see how that gap close is crazy good? That is, oh my days, and he finally flashes forward. You don't really need the rapid fire extra range now. Your Rocket Belt does it for you. He ults straight into the base, looking for a one-shot. Gold card, Q, auto. Empowered auto, doesn't quite get it. And they should be able to move it in here for the close. Well, what do you guys reckon? Let me know in the comments if you guys think Twisted Fate is stronger or weaker on this patch. And what you guys think about Dopa's performance overall. I think he played a... Ekko? I thought he played a pretty good game. He made a couple of small errors, but overall, it's a classic Dopa game, let's be honest. Controlled. As he dies to the Qiyana, he says to himself, I wish I had 2 bans. I wish I could ban Qiyana and Fizz. Me too, buddy. Qiyana, Fizz, and Ekko bans. Oh, the game would be brilliant if we could ban those champions. Too many bloody dashes. Well, they're going to wrap it up here, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this VOD. And I will see you all next time on the next review. I'll catch you all later, alright? Peace.